Good evening, YouTube. This is Chris Green, Outdoor Power Tech again. What we have today is a Husqvarna 150BT. Fairly new unit. The guy just brought it in for me to put a new air filter on it, spark plug, and new gas filter. Everything runs good on it. But while I was in the shop, I figured I might go ahead and show y'all how to remove the carburetor and put a new carburetor on if you needing to. I figured I'd do it with a clean unit while I was in here, so it'll be a clean job and y'all can be able to see what's going on. But let's get started. One of the first things you're going to need is a T25 torque bit, a straight screwdriver, and a pair of nail nose pliers. We'll start off with removing the air filter box cover. It just has two butterfly screws. That's what it looks like. Set it to the side. Then your air filter right here just pulls off like this. It has a rubber grommet around it. A real nice design. I love this design. It's just a clean fit. It seals off. You can take this out also if you just want to replace that filter, the air filter. But this comes off in one section like that also. Alright, let's get us around here so you can see inside the unit. Zoom y'all in a little bit. Okay, you're going to have two screws right here, two torque screws, and they're T25s. That's the only screws holding this unit on. What you're going to want to do is just back them out just a little bit. And then I'll get you back over to this side so you can see what's going on over here where the carburetor's at. Alright. Now we'll just hold this all together as one piece, because these two screws right here, the two screws goes all the way through the gaskets, through the carburetor, and into the block. So we'll back them out all the way, the first two screws. And what I generally do is just pull the whole air box off like this. There you go. You can see, just keep the screws in there like that. Set it to the side. And then you got your carburetor right here. Normally when you pull this off like this gasket will fall off. If it's stuck like that, you're in good shape. Now it's half the battle when you put it back together. Now this top right here is where your cable goes to your throttle. You want to get, don't unscrew this. That adjusts your throttle. There's a little clip right here. You want to pop that up and pull up on the case that's around it, the housing. Alright. Let me get me a seat to sit on. Get all this out of the way. Okay. You can see right here, there's a white cap on this. You want to pop that off. Don't break it. Just gently pry up on it until it comes off. And this is what the cap looks like. Just like that. Alright, set that to the side. I put it in that air box so I don't lose it. Alright. Now, where your cable goes into your throttle here, you want to hold your cable, kind of like put your finger on the cable like that so it don't slide back down in your, the shroud that the cable's in. And with your thumb, this piece right here, you're going to want to do like this. And you'll see that cable slide out. Lift up on that cable, let go of this, and now that cable's out. And then you can just pull it, you can just pull it out like this, right here. Now your cable's unhooked. Alright, now we're going to go down to the bottom. To where your gas hoses are. Remember where these go, because one sucks gas in and one blows gas back out. I'm pretty positive the black one, okay, yeah. The black one is the one that goes through your gas filter, and the yellow one is your return. Now, if it's new like this, you'll be able to just pull it off like that. If it's not new, you might want to get a screwdriver and just do, if you can see what I'm doing, I'm just rocking this. I'm putting one side screwdriver on the body of the carburetor and kind of twisting to pull that down. Or if that don't work, because if it's been on there a while, it can be tough to get off. You can get your pliers like this, like so, and just twist. Don't squeeze too hard, you don't want to pinch your line, but you can twist and it should break it free and pull right off. Now this black line is a little more, I would say, frail compared to this, so you got to be very careful with it. Just hold on 1 second, it's probably a customer calling. I'll be right back, guys. Sorry about that. That was actually my wife calling. Alright, where were we? Okay, back to your black gas line. It's way thinner than your return line, so you want to be very careful when you pull this off. If you can see there is a little tiny gap. Yours might be pushed all the way up, but you want to get your screwdriver between that gap and that hose, and just like this right here. Do it on the other side just to get it to move, and then use if that doesn't work, use the other techniques that I told you about, and then you should be able to pull it off. If you can't get it off, if you try and can't get it off and it breaks, I mean, don't stress out about that, especially if you've never took your carburetor off before. If it breaks up there right at the top, close, you find if it even breaks down here. But I mean, you can always go back. When I put a new carburetor on anyways, I trim just a little bit off, just a little, because you still have a lot of gas line in your tank going in. This black one, you got a lot of gas line going into your tank. Now this return, you'll have to look down in your tank, and the return just hangs in your tank. And I'm looking in it right now, and here, let me see if I can get y'all down here to see this. See here, if you can see in that tank, you might not be able to. There you go. Let me pull this out. There's your black line on the right, and your yellow line is hanging down. So you can pull that yellow line up a little bit if you have to, and you have a lot of black in there. But okay, let's get back to where we were. Alright. So now, since we cut a little bit off that black line, we can pull it up. And now back to putting it back on. Like I said, this is a new unit, so the carburetor is good on it. I just wanted to show y'all how to take off the carb and install a new if you need to do this. Okay, now let's remember your return line was on the right hand side. I always put the black one on first cause it's so thin. I'm gonna just put it up on that lip like that and push up. And just push it up till you got it on all the way, like so. And then your yellow one, slide it back on, like that. You got those two back on. Alright, now your cable, your throttle cable. Let's get that back installed. Okay, let's see here. Let's remember. We'll push this through here, like this, like so. And then this right here, let's see here. Let me see if y'all can see this. If you can see, there's a circle cut out on this side. Just turn it to there, where the circle's on this side. With your pair of pliers or nail nose pliers, hold this little ball right here on the end. This little piece of solder on the end. Okay, with your finger, your thumb again, do your cable. Let's see. On your linkage right here, it works your butterfly inside a carburetor. Twist it till that lines up with that, like that. Put your cable in, release this, then release this. And then you can just finagle that until it pops in. And that's installed. If this side that doesn't have the circle cut out on it is on the other side, it will not go in. So just make sure see that side, it just has a notch cut in it for the cable to go through. The other side has that hole. There you go. Alright, now here's your little cap. You can see where it has a little notch cut in it. That goes, the cap goes over your silver piece right there. And these two cutouts goes on the, between the wire goes between where your cable does. Just put it on there. Like so, and snap it. Then you're going to have your housing that goes over top. Just put it on. See here. Yep, push it on until it snaps. It'll snap into place. Now, since your gasket's staying on there, you don't have to fight it. Just get your air box again with your screws hanging outside. If your screws come out, you got this little silver piece right here that the screws go through. What that does is your choke goes up into there. If your screws fall out, remember this goes in this way, just like this. Alright, let's get your carburetor back up. Get your two bolts and push through. Make sure they line up perfectly in your gasket. Push them into the block until they can't go no further. And then with your T25 torque, screw one side in a little bit, and the next side in, and then snug them up. I'm going to snug it up by hand. I'll snug it up by hand so I'll know how tight I got it. I don't like using those impacts on this 2-cycle stuff. Just snug it up to where it's tight. Use common sense. And do both sides. Then get your air box, your air filter with the rubber grommet on it. Right here. Place it back into your air box. Get your cover, and it goes on like this. This piece goes to the top. This can be aggravating sometimes, putting this piece on. Just move it around until you can feel one of your butterfly screws get in the groove. Then you just tighten it up. Just get it finger tight. And there you go. That's how you install, that's how you take off and install a carburetor on a Husqvarna 150BT. Alright, don't forget your gas cap if you pulled it out. Just push these two things together and slide it down to your gas tank like this. And then screw your lid on. And that's it, my friends. Hope y'all enjoyed the video. I know it's something simple, but we got a lot of people out there that has never done this type of stuff before, and needs a video like this that they can watch and learn how to do this. Not everybody's mechanics out there like most of us probably, but I hope y'all enjoyed this video, and until next time, I hope you have a blessed day, and we'll talk to you later. Bye bye.